Laura TV. We're here to answer your questions about marriage and relationship. And today's question is rather interesting.
It's from a gentleman on Facebook, and we're here to answer questions about marriage and relationships. And this is really a relationship question. Here we go. We are not married, but we live together. My girlfriend just left because I suffocate her. How can I get her back? I feel like she is getting advice from other people that is not good advice. Woo! Now, we are not going to judge. We do not judge people who live together. We don't believe that that's the right way to go, but we know that you're in a relationship, and we're here to help. So
we have a few practical steps we hope that will help you or anyone else that might be watching this show and needs some help in this same type of area. The first thing we would say is, you know what, you need to give her some space. Probably for more than a few days, probably a couple weeks. Give her some space. That's what she's asked for, so give it to her. Back off. Don't call her. Don't text her. Just give her the space that she wants, because then that'll bring the natural progression, hopefully, to the next. And that would be what you need to do in the meantime is you need to find someone that you can talk to. You know she's talking to someone, and you don't think that they're giving good advice, but that's your opinion. So here's what you need to do. You need to find somebody you can talk to, whether it's a trusted friend, maybe a pastor, a counselor, someone you can talk to about your side of the issue and what you're having to deal with, because you know there's always two sides to every story, and you probably need somebody to talk to as well. Then here's the third. After you've given her some space, you need to set in your mind how long you're going to give her. You're going to give her a month, and you can tell her that. Say, you know what? I'm going to give you what you want. I'm going to give you some space, but I'm going to call you in a month. And when you call her in a month, ask her if she'll go out on a date with you, just a coffee or a lunch or whatever. And on this date, here's the fourth step.
Don't make it a dinner date. Make it something that's
very neutral. But on this date, at this time, here's what you need to ask her. You need to say, what is it that you specifically need from me? Because the reality is we couldn't put the whole question on the TV show because it's a long discussion that's been happening. But what's happening is this gentleman is getting mixed signals. And so she says she wants this, but then she comes back and wants that. So here's what you need to know, what it is specifically that she wants. And hopefully, after you've given her this space for this period of time, she will have kind of come to some conclusions about what it is she wants.
Right. And we know that many times at our date nights, at our conferences, our cruise, everything, that all the people that come are not married. We understand that. That's a fact of our culture right now. But the reality is this problem is partly because you're not married. Because you see, when you live together, there's not that commitment. There's not that commitment that says, till death do us part, through better for worse, for richer for poorer. And that's why marriage is so hard, and it is so important. Unfortunately, when we live together, it's like we've got a back door we can sneak out of. And so I would encourage all of you that are listening to this, if you're not married, to think long and hard about taking the steps to make the commitment to this other person that I'm going to be with you no matter what, because I love you. And that love isn't a feeling, it's an action. I'm going to actively love you. I'm going to actively pursue you. I'm going to actively give you what you need, because that's what marriage is. It's not easy, it's very difficult, but boy, is it rewarding when you do it the right way.
And we have really enjoyed getting your questions on Facebook and even through email. So please continue to send us your questions, whether it's out on the Facebook page or through a private message or email. We have really enjoyed it, and we are really having a good time answering your questions. And this we know, that you're not the only person dealing with what you have written down in a question. So these are really helping other people as they watch Jay and Laura TV.
Well, this is Jay and Laura TV. We're here for your marriage and your relationships to answer your questions. We'll see you next week.